Sup, dude? Shaun Livingston is one of the coldest role players in NBA history. The dude was a 6'7" point guard with aimbot from the mid-range. I'm pretty sure he shot like 90% from there. I can't help but grow just a little chub anytime I see it in action. Shaun had multiple ways of getting it off, his favorite being the turnaround fade. That shit was butter. He never missed a single one his whole career. I know people are gonna think I'm lying about that statistic, but I'm not. Sure, some of them haven't gone in, but Shaun never misses. His turnaround is as iconic as Kareem's skyhook or Hakeem's dream shake. Along with that, his face-up game was pretty dirty. He would stare deep into his man's soul, then jack it in their mouth without consent. His long arms and height made him damn near impossible for small guards to contest him, especially when he started throwing ass in the post. Watch him work. Turn around. We don't even need to watch this shit go in, because you already know it went in, but whatever, let's watch it anyway.
I'm about to nut. Oh no. Oh, shit.
One of Livingston's best games ever was Game 1 of the 2016 Finals. Dude went 8 for 10 from the field, scoring 20 points, leading the Warriors to a dominant win. Basically, all of his points came from the mid-range. The dude lived and breathed the mid-range J, so much so that he never actually developed a three-point shot. In his entire career, he attempted 73 shots from behind the arc and made just 13 of them. His reasoning for not adding the long bomb into his game was simply because he didn't mess with them like that. Shaun wasn't comfortable taking threes when his twos looked so damn good. I mean, shit, he was right. They did look really good. They looked especially good in games 1, 2, and 3 of the 2018 Finals. In those 3 games, Shaun missed just 1 shot out of 14. His field goal percentage was a ridiculous 93%. I was surprised watching the highlights though, because I didn't see too many middies. Instead, he was utilizing his length and scored most of his points in the paint. Dude was great at setting himself up in the right spots to get easy buckets. He was the ultimate role player. With the Warriors, Shaun played 5 seasons, averaging an efficient 5 points per game and around 17 minutes of action each night. He won 3 rings in those 5 seasons, becoming one of just 39 people in NBA history to win 3 championships. Though it wasn't always sunshine and rainbows for Shaun. Back in 2007, he snapped his fucking leg in half. It was one of the worst injuries in professional sports history and probably the worst in NBA history. He tore 3 out of the 4 major ligaments in his knee. The damage was so bad, leg amputation was considered, but thankfully it wasn't needed. Shaun described the pain as excruciating and said his leg felt like it was dead. It took 16 months of rehab for Shaun to be cleared to play basketball again. In that time, he had to learn how to walk all over again, so a return to the NBA seemed very out of reach. But Sir Livingston didn't stop believing, and after 20 months of no basketball, the Miami Heat offered him a contract. He had successfully made it back to the NBA after almost losing his leg. That's absolutely insane. Before his injury, he was very athletic and explosive, but after the injury, he obviously didn't have that same ability, so he was forced to make a change. As we all know, he chose the path of becoming a mid-range messiah. Flashback to his pre-injury days, Shaun was a complete monster. In high school, he was Mr. Basketball at Illinois, a McDonald's All-American. He won 2 state championships and was the number 2 ranked recruit behind Dwight Howard. He also had some pretty sick hair back then. I wish I could grow something like that. Duke offered him a scholarship and he committed there, but then he changed his mind and ended up declaring for the NBA draft. That decision was the right one. He got picked 4th overall. His expectations were sky high, but because of his terrible injury, his ceiling was limited. If you think he was a bust, go eat a big fat dick. That dude almost lost his leg and still ended up being a legend. If anything, he exceeded expectations. He's one of the GOATs of the mid-range. Following the injury, Shaun bounced around from team to team, playing for Miami, OKC, Washington, Charlotte, Milwaukee, Cleveland, and eventually in 2013, he landed in Brooklyn, where he had his best season yet. With the Nets, Shaun played a career-high 76 games and averaged 8 points, 3 assists, and a steal. They made it to the playoffs too, and he played even better, starting almost every game and averaging close to 10 points a night. That season with the Nets proved to everyone around the league that the dude can still hoop. Golden State was watering at the mouth and offered him a 3-year, $16 million contract. He of course signed the deal and went on to become a very important piece of the Warriors dynasty, as well as one of the league's deadliest mid-range shooters. Shaun's career was absolutely insane. There was a possibility he would never walk normally again, but instead he played 11 more seasons in the NBA and won 3 championships. Shaun Livingston was tough as shit. Another guy who's super skilled from the mid-range is Alperen Şengün. In his first 2 seasons, he wasn't that good, but with the new flamingo fade he added, he's been killing it. And last week I made a video on him. You can click here to watch it. Thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed. Bye, dude.